Happy New Year, everybody. I'm really sorry that I'm on a few minutes late. So I just want to take a couple seconds to say, if you have never done my workouts before, just do them. You can start anywhere. You can be at any level. Obviously, if you have not worked out in a really long time, it's going to be a little bit slower process. But I think what's important for you to remember is that you have to start somewhere. And that what I would like this year to represent for you is that you don't look at it as being an option. It's not an option to not take care of yourself anymore. And I think when you adopt that attitude and you start to see the benefits of that, it's really incredible. I can absolutely positively say without question that I feel better now than I have in my life, no matter what my age was. And it's all because of these workouts. It's all because I made this time for me. I don't from that because when I do, it negatively affects me, which negatively affects the people around me. So working out is good for your head, your heart, your spirit, all of it. And my workouts are really short, 20 to 30 minutes, and anybody can do them. And you can do them anywhere. If you're on the road and you don't have weights, I have workouts for that. If you're just starting out, you haven't worked out in 10 years, I have workouts for that. You just don't use any weights. You start, you learn good form, and then you start really light. But it is possible to feel better about yourself than you have in years. And I'm not just talking about losing weight. Skinny is not, that's not the attainable goal. The attainable goal is you waking up in the morning with energy, with optimism, with just a healthier, stronger, more peaceful spirit. Because when you work out, the benefits, I mean, you read about them everywhere. The benefits of exercise are just, you can't dispute them. So I would encourage you to give it a go. Be nice to yourself. The whole negative speak that you do when you're not perfect at something needs to just be gone. This is your safe space. When you work out with me, we are nice to ourselves. We are showing up, which is the most important thing. That's why I wore this shirt today. Fearless, and that is my word for 2020. Just stop being scared of things. Stop being scared of failing. We are not perfect. None of us are perfect. You're not showing up here to be perfect. It's hard. That's why people don't do it. Pull your knee into your chest. We're going to work out. We're going to warm up nice and slow. You don't want to do really aggressive stretches. We're going to only go 20 minutes because I'm still under the weather, fighting whatever I have. Oh, Paula, hi from Canton. I did not sleep very well last night because I really could not breathe and had a crushing headache at one point, but I felt better this morning. So we're going to do my up-down workouts. We're going to do one upper body exercise followed by lower body exercise, and then we'll rest. I love this workout a lot. Okay, so we are going to do, I'm not going to use weights. You should no higher than 5s. So we are going to lunge over. This is our lower body exercise. You're going to drive up twice with your heel and then push back up. So we are going to do that for 45 seconds. You take as many breaks as you need to take, okay? So lunge over, push up twice, and then come up. So you'll lunge, make sure your knee stays behind your toe, drive up through your heel, push up. So you guys, I don't ask a lot of you. But the one thing I really want to ask you, and I'm going to push more for, is to ask you to please share my workouts. This is my own little thing that I do because I love it and the benefits of it in my life, and so many other people that I know that have done it are just indisputable. And I want to share that with people, and I want to be accessible. I know that after I had my kids, I was trying things the other side and none of it was working. And I'm going into these fitness classes with 25-year-old fitness instructors who have never had children. I could not relate to them. I was up at 5 o'clock every morning with my kids, getting them ready, waking up in the middle of the night when they did. And then going to work, working my butt off, running home, getting dinner on the table, getting the kids, the whole thing, fall into bed at 11 o'clock at night. So I just couldn't relate to somebody who wasn't in a similar stage of life. 2, 1, done. So that's why I want you women that are in your 40s, 50s, 60s to feel like you have a place where you can come and feel really good and feel like you belong. Okay, next one we're gonna do bicep curls. So we're gonna do in and out. So your feet are hip width apart. Keep that core tight. Center of your power, it's always tight. Shoulders back. You're gonna curl up, full extension down, then out to the side, curl up, and back to the front. So 1 minute, you've got to keep your core tight and your shoulders back. Good form is really paramount. You won't want to go any higher than 8s, and that's only if you've been working out with me a while. If you're just starting out, use no weights. I have a sore elbow, which is why I'm not using weights. I'm trying to get it better. It's being very stubborn, especially because I keep smashing it on things. But you can start with 8s, but if you're brand new, start with 2s. What you will need to start are 2 or 3 pound dumbbells. Remember, you have to get a set. 5 pounds and 8 pounds. The 8 pounds is for lower body. Really squeeze those biceps when you come up, squeeze on the way down and fully extend. You need a mat and you need an exercise ball. The exercise ball is a phenomenal piece of equipment. Don't fail to get that. I love it. I will always espouse its incredible virtues for you. Have a quick sip of water. We're going to move on. Okay. The next one we're going to do, we're going to squat down. Now, a proper squat, you have to sit back. You have to stick your butt back because those knees need to stay behind your toes. Very, very important. Rochelle, Charlena. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. We're starting off the year strong, even though it doesn't matter that situations are not perfect. So you are going to sit back and you're going to pick up one foot, then the other, then back up. You're not picking it up high off the ground. You are squatting back, keep your knees behind your toes, lean over on one foot, pick up slightly, pick up the other one slightly, back up, squeeze your glutes. Your glutes are your back muscles. Squeeze, back down. Keep checking to make sure that those knees are staying behind your toes. Now you can hold a single dumbbell like an 8 pound. You can hold a 5 pound if you're just starting out, or you can hold nothing. I can tell you, Dave and I did the workout yesterday with no weights. I can absolutely feel it. I think my body is not 100%. I'm certainly fighting something, but if I'm really sick, I don't work out. If I'm just a little under the weather, I try to do something because it always makes me feel better without fail. We have less than 10 seconds. Come on. Do not give up. You just take those breaks. I don't care if you take 10 breaks in the minute. You fight to finish the minute no matter what. We are not quitting. One more. Quitting is not an option. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, you are going to hold a single dumbbell, light or no dumbbell at all. And I want you to pretend like you're chopping high branches with a hatchet. Okay, so you see the way I'm coming up on the ball of my foot, and then I switch sides. This area has got to be tight as you can make it. Don't worry about using a weight if you're new. But if you're not new, I want you to use a weight. One of my New Year's resolutions is to get my elbow finally fixed. And here's what I would say about the whole New Year's things. I know a lot of people are like, this is it. I'm doing it. I'm going to work out every day. You know, blah, blah, blah. Don't set yourself up. If you're just starting out, commit to 3 days this week, 3 days next week, 3 days the week after, 3 days the week after. Then in February, bump it up to 4 days. But if you try to just jump in 110% and you put all this pressure on yourself, that's when you set yourself up for failure. Less than 10 seconds. Come on. 4 seconds. 2, 1, done. So ease yourself into it, people. Ease yourself into it. What you don't want to do is get so sore and so miserable that you quit. We're not quitting. So the best way to not quit, ramp up, ramp up. That is what I want you to do. Okay, have a little water. Okay, so the next we're gonna do are wide sweeps. So I want you to sweep your leg and go into a wide squat. So you see my position, okay? Butt back, knee behind my toes, my shoulders are back, my abs are tight, and then you're gonna do the same thing. So it's the sweep, wide, sweep, wide. So if you sweep and you get only down to there, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, we're not looking for, I've been doing this for 3 years officially, like today. You guys, I'm sorry if I'm sneezing and sniffing and whatever. Nothing I can do about it. My boyfriend is not feeling very well today, so he's not joining me because, you know, sometimes you just gotta know when to take it easy. Oh, we take breaks when we need to, right? But again, you finish the minute no matter what. I don't care if you're doing one every 5 seconds, you're taking breaks, you're doing whatever. We are not in the business of perfection. We are in the business of motivation and pushing ourselves. Just get over the hump. Get over the first month and you get in a better groove. Ooh, okay, we're gonna get down on the ground and do a chest exercise. Use light weights, please. 2s if you're just starting out, 2s or 3s. 5s if you're a little more advanced, and you can do 8s if you're really advanced. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open into a fly. You're gonna squeeze your chest to close. You've gotta keep your abs tight, okay? Then you're gonna rotate your hands and you're gonna press. Then you'll rotate and open, rotate and press. So I'll be talking you through it. 1 minute. Open, close, rotate, lower down. Do not rest your arms on the ground. So you just need to rotate between the press and the fly. But you squeeze that chest. So with this one, flies, you cannot go as heavy as you go with the press. So the press might feel a little less challenging than the fly. So that's why I would say only go 8 pounds if you've been doing this for a while and you're super comfortable and you've really had a chance to strengthen those chest muscles. Squeeze. So you open, you don't let your arms hit the ground, and you keep those abs tight. They are aiding you in using really good form and also just getting the weight where you want it to be. If your form starts to falter, drop down or drop completely. 2, 1, done. That's the thing. If you're just tired and the burn is intense, give yourself a break 3 to 4 seconds and stay with the same weight. If your form is faltering, that's where I want you to drop down to a lower weight or drop completely. That's sort of the rule that I go by. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do, sorry, when you need your mat again, and I would like you to get a weight. You can go heavier. I'm gonna do a 10. If you have a 10, you could use it. Normally, I'd probably use like a 15 or something, but put it on your hips. We're gonna drive those hips up, squeezing your glutes, hamstrings, quads, abs. Then you're gonna pick up one foot, pick up the other foot. Now, do not worry about using the weight if you are new. Just start, get the form down, get the balance down. Your toes are actually up off the ground. You're driving up through your heels. Your toes are up off the ground. Squeeze, get those hips up as high as you can. Again, you can put the weight down and use your hands to balance you to help you get that motion, okay? The balance thing is challenging, but as you strengthen your core, you will get better at it, I promise. Take breaks when you need to. Get rid of the weight when you need to. Put your hands down on the floor if you need help with balance. We are a work in progress in every way. We are constantly growing and changing. So, you wouldn't start snow skiing or, knitting or whatever and expect yourself to be perfect or expect yourself to do flawless work. It doesn't happen that way. Everybody has to take time to work on their skills and their strength and improve. But you don't get anywhere by beating yourself up, that's for sure. Okay. Reset. All right, so now we are going to do a tricep exercise. Triceps are awesome. If you hate when you wave and the flap happens, if you hate that you used to have definition in this part of your arm and now it's gone, well, this is how we work it out. I'm going super light. You can use, you're only using a single weight, so you could use a 5 or an 8 if you've been doing this for a while. You are gonna lower the weight down between your shoulder blades. It can lightly tap, but just be careful. Your elbows are pointing straight up. You are gonna come up. When you lower down, you're gonna hold 2, 3, lower all the way down, 2, 3, and then back up to the top. So we are forcing our triceps to work very, very hard. 1, 2, 1, 2, then squeeze up. You've got to keep your core tight. 1, 2, all the way up. 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way up. So I'm only using a 1 pound and I can already feel this. You've got this, come on, squeeze up. Take those breaks when you need to. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, elbows pointing straight up, all the way up. Your body does not move. You do not jerk your body in any way to get that weight back to the top. You squeeze your triceps, they should be on fire. If they're not, it's time for you to bump up in weight. That's what happens sometimes. You start with the 2s or 3s and you just stick with them. Nope, that's not the way it works. After 2 or 3 months, when you sense that the weights are becoming a little easier and you're not getting the same burn, that's when you know it's time to bump up. And that's how we measure progress here. And it's awesome. Have a little sip of water. Guys, we're doing awesome. We're almost done. Okay. Next one. This is a phenomenal exercise for your glutes, hamstrings, and your lower back. Now remember, your core is the center of your strength. Your core is not just your abs. Your core is your abs, part of your back, and part of your butt. So we want to work all those muscles. So your feet are hip width. You're going to grab heavier weights. So if the heaviest you have is 5, you're using both of those. If the heaviest you have is 8, you could use those if you have a little bit more experience, or a single 10-pound. Whatever you want to do, you're going to run them down the front of your legs, keeping your legs straight, keeping your abs tight, and you use these muscles and these muscles to pull yourself up to the top. Now, when you get to the top, it's important that you give a little extra squeeze. I'm going to use a single 15 because I can hold it with my other arm. Mostly. Hinge over, keeping your back straight. Squeeze to come up to the top. So this is, if you can get down to this position, that's great. If you can get down to here and squeeze up, that's great too. All I want you to do is do that self-check. Am I pushing myself? We do not want pain. What we want is burn. If you are experiencing pain, you need to stop immediately. If you have any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, I always want you to check with a doctor before you start this or any workout. First thing you can do is set yourself back. Woo! Come on. Take those breaks when you need to. 7 seconds. Do not quit. Drop the weight at any point to finish, and done. Good job. Good job, good job. Okay, so we are going to do wrist flexions. Most people, men, women, whatever, don't think about working their wrists and forearms. Your palms are going to be facing you. You're going to squeeze up, rotate, and squeeze up. Use very light weights, okay? And we're going to go for 30 seconds. And then I could keep going. I feel like I want to keep going, but I also need to listen to my body. I don't want to cycle. I don't want to overdo it. And then I just, set myself back with getting rid of this cold or sinus thing or whatever it is, which is highly annoying. I do not like to be sick. What really scared me last night was the headache, though. It's like, I feel like I'm getting in one of my headache bands, which can last for like 5 days. And you can't really take pain reliever because then you get like what they call rebound headaches. So I was thankful that I woke up this morning and that was gone. Squeeze up, turn around, squeeze up. Drop the weights if you have to. Take a break if you have to, but finish. We're just going to go for the minute. It's only 5 more seconds. We are done. Let's stretch. Put your elbow up in the air. Pull, your hand is down between your shoulder blades. You want to pull down and to the back, okay? Such a good stretch. Push your palm, have your palm facing me. Push your fingers back. Stretch out your forearms and your biceps. We worked it all today. Put your thumbs on your hips and push your shoulders towards me. Stretch out those shoulders. Oh, feels so good. Lunge to one side. Keep your knee behind your toe. You can go lower than you did in the warm-up. Straighten your legs. So guys, tomorrow is Thursday. I will be on. I'm not sure what time. I probably won't be on too early because I'm going to try to sleep and get through this thing. Give yourself some hugs. I will update later with a time. Encouragement. If you feel like you've fallen off the wagon, if you feel demoralized, if you feel unmotivated, just send me a message. Let's talk. That's what I'm here for. We've all been there. Don't beat yourself up if you ate a lot during the holidays and you didn't work out as much. Your body and your mental, it's like your mind just naturally want to rest and eat more and take in all the celebrations. So just let it go. It's in the past. Today is a new day, and we move forward from here. And we've all done it, and we all did it, and who cares? But I'm here to help you. Happy New Year, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.